Hey guys, and welcome back. You're watching No Reserve Classics. I'm Chris Mazzarella, and before we get started, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button because you never know what you're gonna see next. All of our new and upcoming inventory is posted right here first. So if you guys haven't done it already, like I just said, hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell. All right guys, and here she is, that beautiful black 1969 RSSS Chevrolet Camaro with a 383 stroker Restomod. Now this baby is equipped with some awesome features. It's got a 383 cubic inch motor. It's got a 704R automatic transmission made by Gearstar with overdrive. It's got power steering. It's got a full Willwood brake setup. It's got awesome Chip Foose custom wheels, shaved door handles, and it's even got a full sound system. And before we take this bad boy on the road, if you guys have any questions about this vehicle, give us a call at 1-800-562-7815. And I know you guys can't be with me here today on this beautiful turntable, but if you go down to No Reserve Classics, you can take this bad boy and a few of our other vehicles on a 360-degree tour. You'll be able to take this baby, spin her in 360 degrees, and check out that awesome exterior. After that, hop on over to the inside for another 360-degree tour.
All right, guys, let's see how this baby sounds, huh? Sure sounds nice. All right, guys, come on, hop in. Let's go for a ride. Whew. Got plenty of power in this 383 stroker. It's actually a GM 350 4-bolt main, 430 over. It's got forged pistons, steel crank, TRW steel crank, bunch of worked up internals. I'll be pushing around somewhere between 400 and 450 horsepower. That all goes to a Gearstar 700R4 transmission with overdrive, of course. And that all goes to a Ford 9-inch rear with 370 gears. So between the 700R4 and the 370 gears, it's the perfect cruising setup. You could cruise at 70, 80 miles per hour comfortably, and your car won't be screaming, and you'll do it with some decent gas mileage. Not that that would be anybody's concern with a 1969 Camaro RSSS muscle car with a 383 stroker, but you would get some decent MPG out of this setup. Exhaust sounds absolutely phenomenal. 3-inch exhaust, sounds like a modern Corvette. Sounds great, real throaty, real deep. Handling is awesome. Thanks to those tubular control arms, polyurethane bushings, this car sure does handle well and really takes some corners, which you'll see in our point of view video. Besides handling, the next most important thing is braking. 4-wheeled Willwood disc brakes, and this thing stops on the dime. Really fun car to drive too. Not too loud, just a perfect highway cruiser in a black RSSS 69 Camaro. You do have the Detroit Speed electric headlights, so if you're driving at night, they're not the old school vacuum, which we all knew weren't the best. We all know weren't the best. These have Detroit Speed electric headlight openers, and of course, our infamous Restomod kit with daytime running lights, high intensity LED lights top and bottom, so you'll have no problem driving at night. For all you tall guys out there, we do have a tilt column. Nice, comfortable interior. Interior's been redone in great shape. Gloss paint, gloss black paint on the glove compartment and ashtray door. Looks beautiful. You got the old school wood trim on the steering wheel, like it would have been factory. The old school wood trim on the dash carrier. And of course your staple shifter that looks factory, except it's obviously upgraded to 4 speeds because this is a 700R4 with a 4-speed transmission as opposed to the old school turbo 350 or turbo 400 that would have a 3-speed transmission. Headliner was just recently redone. Did an absolutely beautiful job. Sail panels also redone. Dash pad is in great shape. overall, you just have a nice, awesome cruiser that someone can drive every day comfortably. I can honestly say that I can really take some good turns at 50, 60 miles per hour and feel super comfortable. All the bushings were redone. This car was a frame-off restoration, so even the subframe bushings were polyurethane. Every single bushing on this car was redone, which really makes a huge, huge difference. As well as great body styling, this thing drives and performs just as good as it looks. Also, what else do you need for a daily cruiser Restomod is an awesome sound system. That's exactly what this car has. You got an upgrade CD, MP3, and Bluetooth, because you will get a ticket for talking on your cell phone. So this car does have Bluetooth, so you can talk wirelessly, or you could stream music wirelessly from your smartphone. And it does have an upgraded sound system with upgraded speakers that absolutely sound phenomenal. Again, the radio gives you all your modern amenities, so something that's very important out of a Restomod just like this. But that just about sums it up. I'm gonna have a great time finishing up driving this car, and I'll see you guys back in the barn, and we'll tell you more about this car.
And thank you guys for sticking with us through that awesome driving review. How cool did that car look? Now let's take a little bit more about this bad boy. Now you got that awesome black tuxedo look with those really cool gray racing stripes on there. Now this vehicle is a driver. This vehicle has been driven, and this vehicle was made to be driven. As you can tell just on the first glance of this baby right in the front, you got that awesome RSSS kit with the hidden headlights in between. And behind that, you're gonna notice our infamous Restomod LED headlight kit. You got that awesome halo ring for daytime driving, and with the flip of a switch, you got those awesome bright LED lights. And right below that, the switchbacks. They're gonna look like an awesome LED in the day and nighttime, but as soon as you put that blinker on, it's gonna blink right to that amber, giving everybody let you know, hey, I'm about to make a turn. Now that awesome cowl hood definitely shows you the high quality of those deep, deep, deep stripes running from the front of the car all the way to the back of the car. Then you got that awesome D80 package, spoiler package, right up here in the front, as well in the rear, bringing everything right together. Now the awesome stance. I mean, this car looks great. Just a perfect looking stance for that American muscle car. And topping him off, the man himself, Chip Foose wheels. And right behind those awesome Willwood brakes. Now it's all four corners, letting you stop on a dime. Now, as we move further around the car, you're just gonna notice how good everything looks and just how great everything flows with each other. For that classic American muscle look, the chrome bumpers, the chrome Willwood trims, we even got a chrome 383 badge right on that fender. I mean, everything on this car just screams American muscle. Now, this is where it's at. The simplicity underneath this engine compartment is just absolutely stunning. Right in the heartbeat of this engine compartment, you have that beautiful 383 cubic inch motor that's stroked out. Now that's got that awesome RPM Edelbrock intake manifold with a matching Edelbrock carburetor. Now that carburetor does have an electronic choke on there, giving you an ease of start on those awesome hot and cold days. Now you are gonna notice a few polished components underneath the hood, and that massive, massive March alternator that's also polished. Now attached to that is gonna be our 6-rib belt system on there. No more V-belt, so it's gonna help with the slipping of the belts on those cold and wet days. Now moving around the engine compartment, you're gonna notice the awesome Willwood brake setup on there. Now it's a full 4-piston brake system throughout the vehicle with stainless steel lines. So no more of the lines expanding and contracting at temperature changes. Now it does have billet fender braces as well as an aluminum radiator. It is oversized with a dual fan setup on there. So it's an electronic fan on there, so as soon as it gets up to temp, those fans kick in and cool this baby down. And the last two things about this bad boy, power steering, giving you that awesome comfort of turning, trying to get into a parallel spot with manual steering, cranking and cranking and cranking. No, not with this bad boy, one finger steer. And all that horsepower is gonna lead us to our next component, that awesome 700 R4 transmission. Now that is a gear start transmission, it's 4-speed with the overdrive. So it's got that awesome 30-minute overdrive setup on there. So if you're traveling on the highway, you'll definitely be keeping those RPMs down and letting you cruise. So overall, if you're looking for a motor that looks as good as it sounds, this engine compartment is where it's at. And let's take a look at the interior of this. Oh, forgot to mention, door poppers. How are we gonna get in? We got this awesome remote here. Both sides have that. So at the press of a button, just pop that bad boy open and you'll be able to see just how elegant this interior is and just how factory and original it looks. As you can tell, the dash is very simple, just 2-gauge setup. But right underneath that, you're gonna notice a few other gauges, RPM, temperature, voltage gauge, that's hidden. So if you're looking at this vehicle from the outside, you're not gonna see those, which is really, really nice and really, really clean. Now as we move down towards the center a little bit, you got that really nice center console. It's got the flip up lid and it's got that awesome staple shifter in there. So if you see somebody on your side view mirror, bam, just pull her down, downshift, and you'll be out. Now, a few little things that you don't notice on the interior of this vehicle are the speakers. Now, normally in the kick panels, you would see speakers set up in there, or in the back deck, you would see them in there. So in this vehicle, the only ones that you do see are the ones in the rear deck. In the front, there's actually speakers hidden up underneath the dash as it would have came in 1969. And that's all powered by an aftermarket radio that you could hook up your phone to and just enjoy the tunes as you're on your ride. Now, the last thing that I didn't mention is safety. Now, back in 1969, it wasn't a big concern of safety. It didn't have airbags and all the natural amenities that we have today. So we actually installed a 3-point seatbelt harness in here. Now that's gonna be for the driver and the passenger, just giving you a little bit more safety as you're enjoying your cruise on those Sunday drives. Now the overall interior of this vehicle, you're gonna notice the black vinyl interior. Now matching that is a brand new, just installed as of about a few days ago, a brand new headliner with brand new sail panels on there. Now surrounding this vehicle, giving you just a little bit more comfort, are some tinted windows. We did tint the glass on this to help the heat in the summertime. So no matter where you're living in Texas, Florida, or California, those tinted windows do help out a lot. If you're looking for a vehicle that appears to be fully original on the interior and has a few subtle amenities, this vehicle is definitely the one for you. Now the underbody of this vehicle is really solid. We've taken all that old gunk and power washed everything with a hot steam bath, taken all that gook and all that old crudiness from 1969 all the way out, repainted the underneath with the correct satin black finish underneath. Now that's gonna showcase and give this car a toy car appeal from the underbody. The only thing that you're gonna notice standing out underneath is that awesome 3-inch exhaust going from the front all the way to the back. Now a few things that you don't notice underneath there, you're gonna see some polyurethane bushings that have just recently been replaced, as well as the upper and lower tubular control arms on this vehicle. Now that's what's given this vehicle that awesome drivability. Now as you've seen before, driving through these turns in this vehicle, just how well this vehicle stuck to the road with Joe driving. He was having a blast, he was having a great time, and this car is a great vehicle to be driven on. And that's helped to the spring system that's on the front, as well as the reconstruction of the rear. Now, all of that put together gives this vehicle that awesome Restomod feel. And if you wanted to add any more horsepower to this bad boy, that huge Ford 9-inch rear would definitely be able to handle it. And it's already set up with 370 gears, which is awesome for highway driving. And thanks for sticking with me, guys, through this video of this beautiful 1969 RSSS 383-stroker Camaro Restomod. Now, guys, remember this is a driver, and it's got that awesome 383 cubic inch stroked out motor It's got that awesome Gearstar 700 R4 automatic transmission with overdrive, power steering, power brakes from Willwood, those awesome chip foose wheels, a full sound system, and that massive Ford 9-inch rear with those gears for the highway use. And based off of our professional opinion, 3 main aspects of this vehicle, performance and handling, I'm gonna be giving this vehicle an 8 out of 10. Comfort, I'm gonna be giving this vehicle a 7 out of 10. And last but not least, a quality of the restoration will be a 7 out of 10, giving this 1969 Camaro an overall rating of 7.5. And guys, I'm Chris Mazzarella, and you've been watching No Reserve Classics. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to give me a call, Chris, at 1-800-562-7815. And if you guys haven't done it already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because you never know, your dream ride could be in the next video.